I have Daily Driven Exotics with some updates with their H1 Hummer. We have Street Speed 717 giving us an update on that Blazer that he was building a while ago. We have Berserk Off-Road talking about all of the expenses that he's been putting into his Jeep since he owned it. And we have the Bearded Jeeper who brought us a really interesting video doing some body work with ramen noodles and super glue. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Casey and this is your off-road community news. If you aren't already a subscriber here on the channel, I would love to have you as a member of the community. So hit that subscribe button. And if you guys notice something a little bit different, check it out. I am not wearing glasses today. Finally, after 7 months after having my eye surgery, I'm finally starting to find some new contact lenses that I can wear that don't completely bother my eyes. If you have any off-road community news stories that you want to see featured here on this channel, hit me up over on Instagram at Casey_250. Drop me a DM. As well, if there are any off-road YouTubers out there that I haven't featured on this channel before, leave a comment down below and I will try to check out their channels and follow them for any interesting news updates. So let's just jump right into our first story. So the first story is Berserker Off-Road bringing us a really interesting video about his experience with Jeep repairs since he's owned it. Now, many of the things that he covered in his video, I myself have also experienced. From replacing the hub assemblies to drive shafts, but I have not had to replace my motor, and I think that's what really contributed to his overall total of $18,000 or more in repairs since owning his Jeep. I've definitely spent more than $18,000 on my Jeep, but not in just repairs. I have a ton of other modifications on it, and it just goes to show if you daily drive your Jeep and seriously off-road it, there are gonna be just a multitude of expenses that you're going to incur to keep your Jeep running. As reliable as they can be, and that is a little bit debatable, off-roading puts a lot of abuse on your rig. But the one message that came from Berserker Off-Road is don't cheap out on parts. When something breaks and you do replace it, look for an upgrade. Don't just buy the same one that just broke, because you know what? It's gonna happen again. And if you follow Mike over at Street Speed 717, you may remember that Blazer that I showed you a little while back that he was actually jumping and he got really stuck in the mud and then it just kind of disappeared from the channel. Well, we got an update this week from Mike on just what is happening to that Blazer. He has completely chopped out the entire back, the doors, everything. It has an entire roll cage going in. It is going almost full buggy mode with this Blazer. And we got a nice glimpse into it in his recent upload. I myself was wondering a little bit just what happened to Mike's Blazer, and I was kind of curious because he was doing some pretty cool and crazy stuff. He took it out on a run with a bunch of Jeeps, and he's basically sunk it in mud, drowned it in the river, jumped it off jumps, and that was all without a roll cage. Now he's gonna have a cage in it. Probably gonna see this thing on its roof sometime soon. Keep an eye on Mike's channel over at Street Speed 717 for all the updates, because it looks like the Blazer is coming back to the channel. Speaking of updates, Damon and Dave gave us an update this week with their H1 Hummer. See the Hummer on the channel from time to time, and it does spend a lot of time down at Predator Inc. down in California, where they have been getting modifications and repairs to it. They did have to bring it back to Predator Inc. to get some repairs after a little bit of a crazy, I don't know what you would call it, off-road adventure through Tanner Fox's backyard, which just happens to have an entire dirt track as well as jumps. And you can see that, well, Damon was not easy on the Hummer. Just like any of his other vehicles, he really likes to smash on them. In this case, it seems like they did have to have some repairs afterwards, but we also got some upgrades to this Hummer. The H1 now has a 2-inch body lift and is sitting on 40-inch tires. On the Jeeps, 40-inch tires are massive and they still look massive on the Hummer despite it being even larger than a Jeep. So that was really cool to see the upgraded tires and additional lift coming to that Hummer, and it is an absolute beast. I really hope that they take it off-roading a little bit more. I'm also wondering what happened to the other Hummer that they have the black one. I did hear a rumor it might still be here on Vancouver Island where Dave and Damon are based out of, but I don't know that for sure. If you guys know or have seen that black Hummer that they bought or know anything about it, leave a comment down below. I have been looking for it and I would like to find out some updates about it. And finally, my last update. The Bearded Jeeper released a video a little while ago doing some body work with Ramen and Crazy Glue. Now I thought this entire video was just a parody about some other videos out there where people were trying to do some repairs around the house with ramen noodles and Crazy Glue, but no, I was wrong. If you watch the whole video, he was actually doing some body work on one of his Jeep parts. And it actually turned out pretty good. So if you're trying to repair a big hole or a big dent and you've got some ramen noodles laying around and some Crazy Glue and you're not looking for a show quality finish, you can actually take those and do body work with them. Really unexpected, but not a fake video, guys, not a parody. He in fact was fixing something. So go check out Kyle over at the Bearded Jeeper if you want to see the whole video of him repairing some of body work on his Jeep with ramen noodles and Crazy Glue. That was just really crazy. If you've ever repaired something with ramen noodles and Crazy Glue, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear about just what you have done with those as well. With all that said, guys, that's all the updates for this video. Smash that like button if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you aren't already a subscriber here. And I will see you soon in the next upload.